Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate y'all patience, man. I'm trying to get up in here with Mr. Freeway Ricky Ross, the real Rick Ross. So we got him up in the house, man. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm good. Just got back from Atlanta and San Antonio, Texas.
All right.
Had a busy week last week. You know what I'm saying? King of Diamonds in Atlanta on Thursday and the Alamo Dome last night. Man, it's been, rock and rolling, baby. Like a
Hey,
rock star. Like a rock star.
well, you look, you've been a rock star, man, all your life, man.
Yeah, I don't know nothing else. I don't know nothing else.
You've been a rock star all your life, man. Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this chat in here. I can't see this old chat. I'm trying to get these people in here, man, so they can come on with it. Okay, yeah, they up in here, man. Yeah, you've been a rock star all your life, man. Like I say, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. It's a pleasure to even talk to you, man. Like I say, you hear a lot about people, and you never really get the real story until you talk to the people themselves, man. And like I say, it's a pleasure to talk to you, man. You
No
lived
doubt.
an extraordinary life, my brother.
And living one right now,
I know that's right. I know that's
And
right,
you're right.
man.
You can't get the story from everybody else because they're gonna twist it and turn it and put their spin on it.
Hey, look, I already know, bro.
Yeah, I started this new podcast called After the Snow. And so I started watching this snowfall stuff, man, and it's like, wow, man, how they do that.
I was gonna ask you about that too, man, because me myself, I don't know if you're familiar, but I did 33 years in prison myself, right? I've been out for 2 years, and
only 2 years. Welcome home, man.
I appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, only 2, man. About two in a month right now, right?
Wow.
And yeah, and I started watching that, right? And I was always told, like I say, that was based on your story. And the things that I heard about you and read about you, and I'm watching that, and I can see some things that I've heard and read, and then I see some, embellishment and some other stuff, right? So I wanted to get your opinion about that. What is that? Is that about you, or was it supposed to be about
you? They got some straight buffoonery in there. I know that.
I know that's right.
Man, they got some buffoonery in that joint. I mean, what they did is they mixed and they chose, what part they was gonna use. But I see Franklin try to have my demeanor in some ways, but he misses it, drastically. Since I've been watching the show, I'm watching how he hold his shoulders. His shoulders flop down, and I like to have my shoulders and my chest sticking out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch it. How long you been watching?
Man, I've been watching it about 3-4 weeks now, man. We started this new podcast. Dave Mays, I'm sorry. I twist everybody's name. That's just one of my traits. I like to twist their name and add my own touch to it. Make it authentic. Yeah, so he contacted me a couple weeks ago, man, and I was boycotting the show. I was like, man, John Singleton ripped me off. So I was straight boycotting it, but he called me and was like, man, I think I got a way, you can get something out of the show. I know they didn't count you in, but then they reach out to me after they run out of material. But I'm like, man, I ain't fooling with y'all. Y'all keep doing what y'all keep doing that buffoonery.
Yeah. Lost your audio.
Is it back?
Okay, yeah, it's back.
Yeah. This the hotline, man. I'm on the hotline, so don't be surprised. We might get a call from anybody in a minute. I ain't been playing with them. I've been out here busting their ass.
Yeah.
Making my move right now on this boxing, and I'm finna make a move on this music industry too. I see they don't know what they doing, man. They don't really know business.
Hey, look, that's one of the questions I had for you, right? Because out of the little, I watched, quite a few of your interviews. Like I say, me myself, coming from where I come from, like I say, I know the dynamics, man. I like to get the information from the source. I'm not gonna believe what this person tell me, that person tell me. It's just like going in the courtroom. In my mind, I always feel like when you go in the courtroom, they always say you have to be proven innocent, proven innocent without a shadow of a doubt. There's always gonna be a doubt because you won't there. You see what I'm saying? So there's always gonna be a doubt, man. So I don't know how they get away with that, but like I said, man, I see. I heard you say, like you say, you trying to make some moves on the boxing and doing this and doing that right now, man. And I know I watched one of your Johnson interview with you, man, and you said that that you didn't know how to read and write until you was like 20-some years old in prison, right?
Yeah. No, you read it right.
Okay,
That come out of my
I
mouth.
heard that out your mouth. See
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying?
heard that out of my mouth.
I heard from
I
you.
said that.
But I wanted to say this to you though. That to me, man, that's like amazing because what you accomplished in a 10-year span without that knowledge.
8 years. 8 years.
8 years
to be exact.
That's man, that's mind blowing when you really look at that, bro. That's
but we are some of the most creative people in the world. But what I've learned is that we've been muzzled. The muzzle is that thing they put over the dog's mouth so he can't bite.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
I feel like we've been muzzled to believe that there was only certain things that we can do, and that's why I'm really with this new show Snowfall. I'm really just like wow. Everybody on the show is angry. Here they got guys who grow up with nothing, and now they got multi-million-dollar. They doing deals in the Cayman Island and in Panama, and these dudes are brilliant now. They showing them to be just like super brilliant dudes, but they still doing buffoonery. Fighting with gangbangers and it's just stuff that just don't happen.
It wouldn't even really happen the way
Yeah, man. There's nobody in our neighborhood know about no Cayman Islands and Panama banks laundering money and all that stuff. We ain't know nothing about that, man. I found out about all that when I went to prison, and started meeting some of them Colombians and the people who really had to connect, because we all know that a person can only grow as far as his environment.
Right.
What he's able to see, what he's able to hear, what somebody tell him. How are you gonna expect a kid in South Central to learn about Panama? And ain't nobody in the hood talking about no Panama.
Ain't nobody in the hood been to Panama.
No, they probably talking about the liquor store, the park. You know what I'm saying? The street races. So really, when you look at the portrayal or the way they portray us, it's no wonder that we ain't all killing each other every day. They making drive-bys look like it's the thing to do, get rich and kill somebody,
I done seen about 15 drive-bys. Yeah, ain't nobody went to prison,
We ain't saw no homicide, Man, you don't want to mess with the homicide police. Them the worst.
Trust me, I know. Hey, shout out to CC Reacts, man. Y'all gloves up for her. She said salute Banky and TBP. Rick. Hey, Rick, salute to the dopest client ever. CC up in the house.
Yeah, that's my girl, CC.
For sure. Trio Boxing Talk, man. Salute to both you brothers, man. You both have came a long way. Congratulations
Black.
on freedom and success. Salute, Black. I appreciate you, man. No doubt, man. But
always helping somebody. They always helping somebody. Man.
Always, man. I met both of them, man, recently, man. And I just clicked with them, man, because like I say, coming out of prison, man, 33 years, man, I know people. If I don't know nothing else, like I say, you learn from your environment. So I know people, man. I knew they was good people, man, within 5-10 minutes of conversation, man. That's another thing. In your interview as well, man, one of your interviews, you had said that, you ain't really know nothing about the game. Everything you learned was from each step you took, stages from, like the little chop shops and what you learn, and then you process that, and you first did this, you process, and you just parlayed on everything. And that's how I was in prison, you know what I'm saying? I'd never been to prison before. I was a visual learner. If I go through something, I learn something. And I think you took that same philosophy, man.
Oh, absolutely. But I did that in life.
Right.
That's how I learned how to play tennis, copying the dudes who was good, because I didn't have the money to pay for lessons. So I would watch them take their lessons, and I would copy what the teacher was telling them to do,
You was getting free lessons.
I was stealing
Yeah,
tennis lessons.
yeah.
And really, that's what I do now. I still game right now. You know,
Right,
when I was sitting in prison and I found out that uh, one of the things I didn't want to do, I don't want to go back to prison.
for
So I had
sure.
to do stuff that you can steal and they don't put you in jail for. You know, like John Singleton them stole my intellectual property. I can't put their ass in jail for stealing
Yeah,
that.
right,
You
right.
know, it's like if you can prove it, you can sue them. But if you can't prove it, you can't even sue them. So you know, there's so many things that we can do to get money, but when we don't really know, like I found out if they'd have been told me that I go to the library and read a book and would teach me how to get some money when I was a kid, I'd have learned how to read. I didn't
I
want to learn how to read because I didn't care what Jack and Jill was doing. Fuck Jack and Jill. You know what
you
I'm saying? We need some bread and peanut butter and some jelly up in the house, man. We ain't trying to find out what Jack and Jill them doing up on that hill.
for
But
sure.
if they would have brought me some books on how to sell real estate, how to flip cars, or you know, how to build your credit up and why you need credit and all those things that I didn't learn until I went to prison, you know, I would have been reading. I became an advocate reader when I was in prison. I read over
Me
300 books
too.
before I left
Me
prison.
too. Me too.
And that
And
and that ain't counting law books.
right, and look, and I hadn't read. To be honest with you, I hadn't read one before I went. You know what I'm saying? But when I was in there, man, I probably read at least 1,000 books or better. You know, because that was how I learned. That's how I started educating myself, man. I seen other dudes reading, and I especially got into philosophy when I seen them dudes reading philosophy books. And I used to talk to this cat all the time, and he used to always get to talking all this philosophy stuff, and he always had a book in his hand. And I said, man, why you always trying to talk all slick, man? He said, man, I ain't talking slick. I'm talking real life. He said,
Huh.
you need to read something, you know? And I was just so intrigued because you know how the male ego is. He was like, read this. And he gave me a philosophy book, man. I remember that book to this day, man. It was by Will Durant, man. It was called The Story of Philosophy. And I read that book, man, probably about 6 times. And after that, man, I just started reading all types of books. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, that's what I believe wrong with a lot of our rappers right now. They don't read. You
Oh yeah,
know,
yeah.
they just hear what they hear on the streets and they take that shit and run with it, and it's really messing up our system as a people, man. We definitely need some new leaders and some new leadership, and you know, I want to be one of the front runners. You know, I'm throwing my hat in the group. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know what y'all doing with it, let somebody else try.
Hey, hold that thought for a minute, man. Salute Danny Green, man. I appreciate the love, man. Uh salute, man, Veracity Exchange, man. Banky Pound, Rick Ross, Power Moves, man. Shout out CC and Black and 7-8. Salute Veracity Exchange Sprite, man. Y'all go check out them interviews he doing over there, man. He doing big things. We also got my man up in here, man. My big little bro, man, Alan Williams. He say, super dope, proud of you, big bro, Banky Freeway, Ricky Ross. Yeah, y'all, this the real Rick Ross right here.
That other one name ain't Rick Ross. It's William Roberts or
Ain't that
Billy Bob.
hey look, ain't that something? But
Huh?
hey, look, but one thing I wanted to touch back on what you just said, man, when you just said about, you know, if they don't know what they're doing, you know what I'm saying, you can show them how to do it. Hey, brother, let me tell you something, man. Just from your life alone, man, anybody with any type of common sense will understand, man, that you can run a Fortune 500 company, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because you did it already. You know what I'm saying? You did the impossible, man. You probably, it ain't no problem, and most definitely you probably seen and touched more money than most people will ever touch in their lifetime. And that was from being self-educated, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that because, like I said, where you at in your life now, you making real moves and you making legitimate moves. I'm not glorifying that. I'm just saying that as a fact. You know what I'm saying? What you did was astronomical. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking and I'm believing like anybody can learn from that. You see what I'm saying?
They
Anybody,
should. They
yeah,
should.
for sure. You know what I'm saying? You were self-taught in the things you did, man. Like I said, that's a
I'm still self-taught. Ain't nobody teaching me this. Now I done asked dude to take me and mentor me, but ain't nobody, and somebody told me, say they be scared of me. He said,
ain't
man, they don't want you around their gang because you gonna
no,
see the hoes.
they scared of your mind. They scared of your mind, man.
And you gonna see the loopholes in them, and you gonna fill them holes up.
Yeah.
So
But that's life though. I've learned that, man. Like I said, even from prison, that a lot of people they don't want to pull you up, man, when they get up. When they get up, they don't really want to pull you up because they have a fear that you might not only come up, but you might surpass them. But that's life, you know what I'm saying? But you should always try to, pull somebody up, man, if you can, especially if you claim and you rock with them or you respect them or you deal with them. I mean, pull a brother up. If he go past you, then so be it. Salute. But dudes don't want to do that because they feel threatened. And most dudes got this ego that they want to be the big boss. They want to be the only boss. You know what I'm saying? That's just not possible, brother. It's going to be multiple bosses. It's enough of this stuff out here in this world go around for everybody. And they ain't going to never run out. Your audio might be gone, Rick. Salute to
No, it's back. It's back.
Okay, yeah.
I told you this the hotline, so
yeah.
don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Yeah, but you're absolutely correct. But what a lot of people don't understand, in order to be a conglomerate, you're gonna need some help. There's no man that runs a conglomerate by himself. You gotta have people who, in a lot of cases, are smarter than you. I want to surround myself with smart people, because if I don't, then I can't learn nothing.
Right. If you don't surround yourself with people who know stuff that you don't know, then you can't even excel. You can't even go no further than what you know. If you feel threatened by somebody that's smarter than you, then you ain't gonna never elevate. You see what I'm saying? You got to take something from everybody and you got to incorporate that into self, man. And then you put your own spin on it, your own philosophy on it, and go from there. You might have grind, you might got hustle in your heart, but then at the same time, you may still need to know a little bit about this, a little bit about that. So when you get that yourself, when you get that knowledge yourself, and you put that with your own self grind, man, that's where that's where the takeoff come from, man. But I feel like a lot of dudes is threatened by you, man, because like I say, they threatened by your mind because they seen what you've already done. You see them, so they know what your capabilities are. They know what your potential is. They know your potential is infinite. So they probably don't want you to touch nothing that they into, because they feel like one day then you will be here and they'll be here. You see what I'm saying? So they're gonna let you get it if you get it by yourself, but don't look for too much help from them, bro.
I done learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
When I got out of prison, I thought that I would have open arms, with my reputation of how I'm able to control money and handle money, but it was totally the opposite, man. But anyway, it's over now. They could go on and give me the trophy. Well, they gave me a trophy in Arizona, a Lifetime Achievement Award, and I said, y'all looking into the future. Y'all must see what's coming. But but the time that I spent in prison and reading, I read over 300 books while I was gone, all business related. No hocus pocus, none of them comic books that
audio. Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah, you
I'm back. Yeah.
You left something.
I really buckled down and studied, man. I didn't want to come out here and have to go back to the same life that I left. That was an out. I made a commitment to myself that I was never gonna go back to them streets again. And thanks to those books that I read, those principles, and I found out I'd already had some of those principles in me already that I practiced in the dope game when I sold dope. So I really understood, and the books really started to click fast to me because of the success that I'd had in the dope game. And right now, future looks real bright, man.
Oh, I have no doubt, man. Like I say, just for my observation alone, man, and like I say, knowing people and especially knowing dudes, man, I just feel like a dude, with your accomplishments, man, and your life experience, I feel like whatever field you get in, man, it's just a matter of time you'll be able to conquer, because like I say, you have that mindset. You've already done things, like I say, that most people would never do in a lifetime, and you've been able to manage multiple things and oversee, like I say, people who run a Fortune 500 company probably don't do as much as you had to do to deal with this, to deal with that, to deal with all these things that you had to deal with on a day-to-day basis and still be able to manage that and still be able to keep that afloat.
And then
Yeah,
they had help. They had help. Where
right.
we come from, our mamas and daddies couldn't teach us how to run no company
Right,
because they had never ran a company. A
right,
lot of these guys, take a guy like Elon Musk, he come from money.
right,
His parents, was entrepreneurs. They was shaking and baking. Bill Gates, his daddy was attorney, a patent
right,
attorney.
right.
So right off the bat, he knew how to take an idea and patent it. You know what I'm saying? So a guy come by with a good idea, the guy don't know how to patent his idea, so he patented for him in his name.
Ain't that something?
It's a cold world. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you looked into have you looked into like creating a your own movie, man, about your life, your story, the way you want to tell it?
Yes, done. The
Oh man,
movie's coming. The movie's
huh?
coming. Independently though. Not where because when I first started doing the snowfall stuff, after the snow, and I'm watching Snowfall, and I was kind of salty at John Singleton,
Yeah,
but then after I started looking, I said, man, maybe John might have went to these people and say, man, I got Rick Ross. Let's do the show.
right.
And the first thing they said, man, we want the show. We don't want Rick Ross because we know what he on. He on some real shit.
Yeah,
He ain't on letting us slander black men, make black men look like buffoons and super stupid. Because I wouldn't have went for it.
right.
I wouldn't have went for none of that buffoonery that they're showing on TV right now. Dude get millions of dollars, and then now all of a sudden they want to become killers and killing their best friends because they own drugs and all that shit.
Yeah. I seen Franklin, go from he was such meek and everything, and now he's like, what I'm saying, he's like a super killer. You know what I'm saying? He'll kill everybody. He ain't nothing gonna stop. I'm like, yeah, that was kind of extreme to me as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so many things that I'm seeing in here that is just not the character of black people
Right,
coming out of the ghetto. It's not us. Uh, um, I mean, yeah, we done had some fools come out the hood. You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? But the majority of black men are not buffoons. We're not idiots. We're not stupid. We just don't go around killing, for no reason. And
Right,
and I don't know, man. But the way Hollywood portrays us, and it goes not just from movies, but like I said earlier, in the records, in the news, they always portraying the negative side. When I went to prison, I was in every newspaper in this country. I done spoke at some of the biggest colleges in this country, got paid for doing it. I don't have a high school diploma. On the books, it said that I can't read, can't write, and nobody talked about it.
wow,
Nobody talked about me going speaking at USC Law School. USC Law School, Ricky Ross, the guy least likely to succeed in school. You know what I'm saying?
and
And got paid.
got paid for it. Yeah, that's
Not,
real.
you know what I'm saying? Not only y'all let me teach at these schools, so really what I was doing was teaching.
Right.
When you go to them colleges and speak, that's teaching. That
I,
ain't just going there hanging out. You going there,
right,
you teaching the kids a lesson. So technically, I've taught at those schools
right.
at some of the biggest universities in this country.
Yeah.
I spoke at the police academy.
Wow. Wow.
They called me to speak at the Los Angeles County Police Academy graduation. So you go from here, you go from being America's Most Wanted to now you go on speaking to the lawmakers. I went downtown when we changed the cannabis laws to make them where they would allow convicted felons to be eligible to get a license. I'm the one who walked up to the panel and I talked to the lawmakers.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. But see, that just confirmed, what I've been saying, from the beginning, man. It's your mind. It's your mind. See, you got a dynamic there, man, where they'll despise you for your mind, but at the same time, they admire you for your mind. You see what I'm saying? They try to put you in prison and try to, take you off the street and make you, out to be all the things they said you was, because they despise you for your mind that you was able to accomplish the things that you did accomplish right up under their nose, right up under their watch. But then they admire you for your mind, because now you're a free man and you're doing other things. So they want to know how you think. They want to be able to process that in there. And they want to take from you, what you possess up here. So if you ain't giving it away, they willing to buy. You see what I'm saying? They willing to buy,
Absolutely.
you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what our people got to learn, is that our mind creates the wealth. The
Right.
wealth don't create the mind. You can't put the cart before the horse. You got to
Right.
put the horse before the cart so that the horse can pull the cart. But in our situations, we want the money before we study. Oh, I start studying once I start getting the money. No, it don't work like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
My
one of
man say the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. You know what I'm saying?
my
you
most
gotta put the,
definitely
you gotta put that work in, and once you
gotta
put
put it
that
in.
work in, the money will come.
Yeah. I tell them that's one of my philosophies, man. I be telling them over on my page, man. I be doing my channel, man, 33 years of prison stories, and I just give them the real about what prison is. Like you say, it ain't that buffoonery y'all see on TV. It ain't no Oz. It ain't no this, that, and the third. When you go up in there, your mama can't help you, your daddy can't help your sister, your lawyers. Once you up in there, it's all over, bro. You got to fend for yourself. Seeing these dudes out here now, they popping this pistol, they getting in these gangs, they running around doing what they want to do. But then when they get stuck behind that wall, it's over. That's a wrap, bro. Your life is gonna be ran by other people. Your choices are already been given up because you had a chance when you was out here on the street to make your own choices. When you come behind here, they making all the choices for you. They telling you when to sleep, eat, shower, shave, bathe, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I be trying to let them know. So like I say, when you got that type of mindset, man, that you just gonna follow the leader and you doing what you see out here with the culture, like you say, with the music and everything that you preaching, all of that stuff is entertainment, man. It's entertainment. They doing that for dollar value. You know what I'm saying? You got to value your life. And I say the same thing. You got to put that work in, and I tell them, I say, you got to do what you got to do now. So you'll be afforded the opportunity to do what you want to do later. But it starts right now. You got to put that work in. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, you can amass $10 million in 10 years illegally if you're doing whatever you're doing. It just has said the highest height. You can amass that, but they can come take it in 10 seconds. But if you apply that same mindset with the knowledge you got, you can build a business in 10 years and turn it into a conglomerate, and they can never take that because you earned that. You see what I'm saying? That's yours for life. And it's a part of your legacy. It's a part of something that they can never take away from you. But anything illegally got, man, the people can come take it, in 10 seconds. No matter how long it takes to make it or to gain it, they can come take it right back, bro. So it just don't add up, man. Like you say, you got to put that work in, man. If you really want to have something, you got to put that work in, man. And if you got the mind to do it, it can be done. I believe the mind is the strongest weapon that any man will ever possess. Stronger than anything you could ever point at somebody, hit somebody. That's the strongest weapon you're gonna ever possess, man. Is you just not know how to use it. Audio. Nah. We work. He trying to get back in his audio out right now. Can you hear me? Yeah, your audio's still out, man. But yeah, you right on point with that, man. It's the mindset, man. I just believe dudes can do so much more because they got so much talent, but they don't just don't direct it. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z said, man, ain't nothing wrong with my aim. I just got to change the target, man. He went out, y'all. He probably coming back in. We're trying to get this audio right. Good conversation with a good brother. Somebody that you most definitely can learn a lot from. Um, yeah,
Can you hear me
back
now?
most definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. This thing ain't gonna stop. They ain't gonna stop calling. You know, I trained it.
Look, they probably ain't gonna never stop calling, brother. They probably ain't
I,
gonna never stop
you know,
calling.
that's how when I got out of jail, I didn't have no friends. So I said, man, I'm gonna train this thing to ring. So I had to take this old phone and train it. You know
Yeah,
how to ring. Because if your
it,
phone ain't ringing, that mean ain't nothing happening.
better believe it, man. Better
You
believe
gotta
it.
make that thing ring, man. You gotta have friends. You gotta have allies. You know,
Yeah,
even if you look at this war over in Ukraine, you know, the first thing they did is they start building up their allies. You know, who gonna ride with them? Who gonna support them? Who's gonna give them financial back? And who's gonna give them food? Who's gonna give them fuel? So a lot of times with us though, we don't make allies, we make enemies. And and
yeah,
and we need more allies. We need people that can sit down and think and help us think. My man Napoleon Hill called it a mastermind group. We need a group of people whose interest and mindset is to help us accomplish our goals.
absolutely. You know, that's the beginning of philosophy right there, man. It was just dudes sitting there, you know, Aristotle, Plato, Socrates. They just sitting there building and bouncing off of each other ideas and coming up with philosophies, man, about how things should be handled, how this should be done, how that should be done. And that's the same thing, man. You need a meeting of the minds. You know, like in prison, we used to call it building. You know, you sit down and you talk and you come up with ideas and things like we got to get more to the constructive side of things, man. And like I say, more people now here, I guess you would call it networking. They networking, but like you say, you're gonna need somebody, no matter who you are, because like I say, you cannot run an empire, you cannot run a conglomerate, you cannot do any of that by yourself. You can only be the figurehead sitting at top, but you need everything else in that pyramid to trickle all the way down. All of that stuff has to be running, you know, like a fine-tuned machine, man.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So look, when you said when it's gonna be the release of this movie, my bro.
Well, we ain't start shooting yet. We got the biggest part out the way though. We got a budget. You know,
Okay,
we got
yeah,
a $30 million budget, so it's not gonna be one of those cheap, low budget black movies that you see.
right.
It's gonna be a well financed, well oiled. You know, I'm gonna have some brilliant minds on there working with me uh, to bring this thing to light. Because I believe my movie is gonna break the box office. I think that I'm gonna set a new record
I believe it
uh,
too. I believe it too.
for box office sales. You know, they don't even know.
Yeah,
You know, like the
yeah,
guy who stole my name said, they don't know.
yeah, 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 yeah.
They-
What's your opinion on that? The guy that stole your name, man. Did you want your name back, or did you feel like, you know what I'm saying? That was that. I mean, what was your feelings about that?
well, I didn't feel he handled it right. I just felt, when you go to jail, man, the dudes run up. What they do, they give you a care package.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
some toothpaste, soap, deodorant.
Right,
You
right.
know, maybe some socks, some underwear, man. Here's some
Yeah,
clean underwear. You know,
yeah.
man, I get out of jail, the dude don't do nothing, man.
That's crazy. That's
And
crazy.
he
Yeah,
even really hated while I was in jail.
right.
You know, the little model Extra Baxter used to write me, and so she go to his video shoot with him one day, and she telling, I'll be writing your namesake, and we talk on the phone, and he tell her, what you writing that dude for? You can write anybody, you can have anybody you want. And I'm like, man, how a dude hating like that? You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
I know the feeling, bro. I know the feeling. Yeah, that's how they do though, man. But I've experienced that myself, man. You know, I had a
But
whole
you know
friend.
what's even more appalling than that is that this industry supposed to be gangsters, and they
Yeah,
all embrace him and knowing he a fake.
right. But you said it all in the first line. Like I say, with the care package, man, just off the strength. You see what I'm saying? Of who made this name. You felt some type of way to even embrace or try to, take upon this name. So why not pay homage to it, if anything, off the rip, just to say, look, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm getting ready to try to take off with. But You know what I'm saying? That's just respect. That's just reality. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who will understand that and know that.
Yeah, well, yeah, well, and that's those are the things that I believe is holding us back as a people. You know,
Right.
when we got people who are literally the leaders of the community and they carrying it like that, community fucked up.
Day, man. Yeah, because like I say, you got to pay homage, man, because anything that anybody doing these days, man, somebody done already did it and they laid a blueprint, man. So yeah, you got to do that off the rip, you know.
For sure. But I'm gonna show them though that I don't need the industry. You know, I don't need big music. I don't need big movie theater. You know, I walked out on them four most powerful guys in Hollywood. They told me my movie wasn't gonna never see the light of day. My book wasn't gonna see the light of day. I said, okay, we'll see. You
Right.
know, my book been out for 5-6 years. I really supposed to be a New York Times bestseller, but they ain't gonna never give me that award. You
Yeah, but you done already beat the odds, man. You done already showed to prove that you can do the impossible, man. You know, I heard the thing about the word impossible, before too, man. I don't know if you ever heard it, but they say, the word impossible, the word itself says I'm possible. So the word itself is an oxymoron. It's spelled
yeah.
out I'm possible. So impossible is not even, it's not even a real word because the word literally spells out I'm possible. So like I say, you've already beat the odds, man. You did things that people, like I say, most people in life would never be able to do the things that you did on any type of level, or to be able to come out here. How long you been out now?
13 years.
Oh man,
And I
salute.
got a marijuana license.
Oh,
Hey,
hey,
I can legally sell weed in California. I can legally sell weed in Boston.
wow.
Uh, Finna be legally selling weed in Ohio,
Uh,
in Arizona.
ain't that something? Life is
Come
beautiful
on,
out
y'all.
here, ain't
Come
it, man?
on, y'all. Come on,
Life is
y'all.
beautiful out here, man. Like I say, man, I know, do you feel like, I know for myself, man, like I say, prison, as dreary and crazy as it was, man, I felt like though it shaped my mindset. You know what I'm saying? It shaped my mindset. It made me, be able to get a better grasp on life. You know what I'm saying? Where the direction I should be going and the things that I can really do. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel that way? That prison was
Yeah,
instrumental?
prison definitely helped me, slowed me down. I would have never learned how to read if I'd have stayed on the streets because I had no reason to read.
Right.
It was only after I got in prison that I found out that the way out of jail was through the law library, and that gave me a new uh, 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 what's the word I'm looking for? When it made me want to read. You know,
Yeah. New
I
motivation.
couldn't
Yeah.
I couldn't use the law library if I didn't learn how to read. So and then once I learned how to read and I saw that I could outthink them lawyers and them judges, I said, damn, if I can outthink them, who else can I outthink? And that's when I
Yeah.
started reading the business books and I turned my attention to business because now what I want to do is I want to conquer these businesses because I believe that the problem we have in the black community is economical. It's not because we just evil, no good people or buffoons. You know, I
Right.
believe that a person that ain't got nothing to eat do almost anything to get something to eat.
Better believe
And you know that saying that money is the root of all evil. Well, I switched it up after I was in jail. I say the like of money is the root of all evil because you ain't never see nobody with no pocket full of money go to the ATM machine and rob nobody.
most definitely. Most definitely. The need for that money, man. The need for that money creates all of that, man. So, like I say, but when you learn, man, like I said, I believe knowledge is the king of everything, man. You pay people for what they know. Everybody in this world they get these big dollars for doing these different things, no matter what it is, acting, flying a plane, whatever, doctor, lawyer. They get paid the money that they paid because of the knowledge that they didn't gain. And it's crazy because you go to college and you have to pay to go to college if you don't go on a scholarship. So you pay to obtain this knowledge to be able to get paid when you get this knowledge. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right. So that's how the world works. But you know, you pay people for what they know. You don't know how to fix your car, you go to a mechanic because he has the knowledge. So knowledge is king, man. It's just like I say, it's the way that we look at things. And what you were saying earlier, you know, the way we portrayed in movies, the way we portrayed in the rap songs and things like that. That's what the young people are following. They're not following the other blueprint. Like you say, Elon Musk, these people was taught, these people learn from their fathers. Like if you look at all the sports world, most of the biggest stars that we know is in the family. It's nepotism. You know, their father was, football, Peyton Manning, their father played in the NFL, so his sons played in the NFL. Kobe Bryant, his daddy played, it's so on and so forth. Floyd Mayweather. So it's passed down. So it's just a matter of what we passing down. We got to stop passing down the rap. We got to stop passing down these falsehood movies with all the buffoonery. We got to start passing down the proper knowledge, man, so the younger people can have the proper knowledge and know what to chase. Stop chasing the wrong goals, chase the proper goals. They chasing something that don't really, it's not really gonna last. It's futile, it's fleeting, it's not sustainable for a long periods of time, man. And that's where the problem is, man. We just got to re-educate ourselves, man. I always say misinformed people, bro. And there's a
No
lot of
doubt.
misinformed,
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, man, it's been man talking to you, man. I know for
Well,
sure, man, that
we
you
have to do it again. We have to do it again.
Man, most definitely, brother. I know for sure, man, your time is precious, man. I know that phone will keep on ringing. You might have to get you a couple of them, you know what I'm saying?
I got to.
I I know that's right.
Well, I'm gonna have to get somebody to answer them.
Yeah. They gonna be calling, man, because like I said, I have no doubt in my mind, man, that, just knowing the little bit I know about you, especially like I say after talking to you, man, I say that all the time to people, man, and it's true with me. I've just been around dudes, man, for so long, man, 12,345 plus days straight. I'm around dudes. So I know dudes, I know character, man. I know you're a solid dude, man. I know you're a real dude, but I also know that you're a brilliant dude, and I don't think nobody can argue with that. That has been proved. You see what I'm saying? You're a brilliant dude. So I do definitely believe whatever you set your mind to, that you will conquer. I'm going to sit back and watch, you know what I'm saying? But I'll be the first one to tell you I won't be surprised.
Come on, ride with me. I got room. Hey, we got room in this car.
Hey,
ain't nobody riding.
Hey, I ain't got no problem with it. I always want to get with a winning team, my brother, most definitely.
Well, let's tie it in. Let's lock it in then.
For sure, we locked in. That's
all right.
it.
All right.
Hey, listen,
y'all can
go ahead.
Y'all can follow me at Freeway Rick on Instagram, Freeway Rick on TikTok, Freeway Rick on Twitter, and Freeway Ricky Ross on Facebook. Follow your boy. Get some game.
Get some game, man. Get some real game, man. Y'all heard that, man. That's from the real Rick Ross. And when I say the real Rick Ross, I mean the real Rick Ross, man. Y'all go check him out. If you don't know nothing about him, he got books out. Read about him, but then watch his interviews so y'all can get it straight out of his mouth alone, man. But like I said, this is one of the most brilliant people of our time, and I don't say that just because he on here. I say that because of facts, man. I speak facts. The things he's done, man, most people would never do in this world. He came out here, he been out here after 13 years, man. He's still on his grind. So you can learn something from him. I believe we all can learn something from him, man. So I salute the brother, man, for even blessing this platform, man. Y'all go check him out on every platform and look for me to talk to him again because we locked in. Salute, soldier.
No doubt, no doubt. Also, you can get the book at my website, freewayrickyross.com. Don't go to Amazon, please. I'm out of here.
He out here,
I'm
y'all.
out of here. I'm out here.
We out here, baby. We out here. I appreciate you. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. That was a real blessing, man. Big Ross and came and blessed this junk, man. And I hope y'all enjoyed that interview, man. It was a pleasure for me to do that, man. To talk to a dude that has been through the things he's been through and still out here grinding, still don't let nothing stop him, man. Still shaking up the shaking up the industry, man. Doing what he got to do. With a dude with a mindset like he got, we all can learn something from him, man. We all can learn something from him. Because like I said, to do the things he did, It's not to glorify it, it's just to be facts, man. He did things that people that's running a Fortune 500 company couldn't do, and he did that without an education. He was self-taught. So that should let you know right there that if you set your mind to do anything, you know, hopefully and always it will be something legal that you can accomplish anything, man. So, you know, you can learn something from that, man. Read his book, check him out on all his platforms, follow him. He telling y'all what he get ready to go do. So let's sit back and watch him go do it. TBP, salute. I appreciate all of y'all for rocking with me, man. We'll be back soon. Conversations with Convicts, man. We out of here. Salute. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions. And boom, duck that hook, man. It's coming fast. Peace out, TBP. Much love.